Tracy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a great week. It was really cold here for being May in Southern California, and raining. We had two F0 tornadoes in the probably within maybe 10 miles of where I live. I don't know. It doesn't happen very often, and for it to happen 3 or 4 times in one rainy season is kind of phenomenal here in Southern California. I am ready for the warmer weather. We're not getting there very quickly. Today I was supposed to be, I think, mid 70s, and I think it's going to be in the high 60s, maybe 70, maybe 71, but it doesn't feel like it. Partly cloudy here. I'm ready for warm weather. I'm ready for warm evenings. I'm ready to get my summer going, and it's dragging its feet. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. This channel is about cross stitch and sewing and quilting, maybe a little bit, maybe if I get brave enough to attempt it again. I quilted a long time ago and it was fine, but it's not, I would like to try it again now that I have a little bit more sewing experience. Also paper crafting. I like to make cards and gift boxes, gift treat bags, that kind of, a little bit of scrapbooking, that kind of a thing. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I enjoy each and every one of you. I enjoy the comments. Keep it up. Lot of good feedback, so thank you so much. Also, just briefly on comments, I had an odd comment on one of my videos this week, and I don't want to make a big deal about it. I even debated whether or not to mention it. It's not that it was completely inappropriate in a vulgar way, because that's not exactly it. I suppose the person was paying me a compliment. That's great. It was inappropriate. So I deleted and blocked him. So just please understand, if you're stopping by, if an inappropriate comment is made, that is not what this channel is about. I will block it, and I will maybe report you, and I will delete the comment. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways, I had a great week. I got quite a bit done. I think my whip parade, my giant whip parade from last week, really kind of spurred me on, and I took a few of the pieces that were really close to finishing, and I actually finished them. So I not fully finished, but I finished the stitching. So I'm really happy with that, and I will show those to you. I did one new start, and I worked on two whips. So most of my week was spent finishing up a couple of projects to get them ready to be fully finished. So that will be my focus here. Maybe next weekend, maybe this week, I don't know, we'll see, sometime soon. And then I'll do a video on that, include that in a video too. So anyways, without further ado, let's start with finishes. So Carolyn's Garden, I've had this for a very long time. It was a kit, and it came with the floss and the fabric and the chart, and the only thing that it had was, like, instead of giving a like a DMC floss number, it says like dark yellow, dark purple, light purple. Anyways, and then I realized as I was finishing it why I delayed, and I made some mistakes. You can't tell, but when I was going through and doing the outline, the back stitching on these things, I'm like, oh, that's why I stopped. But anyways, here's my finish. Let's see, a little better that way. So a very tiny little stitch. I loved it. In fact, did I make a mistake? Oh, yep, I made a mistake right here. Look, I'm off. Isn't that funny? You don't see it until you look at it from a different perspective. I'm not sure I'm going to change it. I don't think I'm going to go in. Oh, I could. No, I can't, because I think I got rid of the floss. it's fine. I think it's small enough. I think I'm going to make this into a needle book. It's a little bit different shape than what the Sue bonnet from Tiger Lily is turning out to be. That piece is going to be a little bit taller than wide, and this one's pretty square. So I think I'm going to make a needle book out of this one. But I got it done. I love it. It's really, really cute. So got that done. My Cornelius, my sweet, sweet Cornelius is finally done. I finished him last night. I showed my husband, and he was like, oh, wow. And I'm like, yeah, it's January. Now I can start on February. He's like, you're a little behind. I'm like, yes, I know. I'm a little behind. But I love him. So here he is. He did turn out really, really cute. So happy with him. I reversed the tail. It's supposed to be pink with red instead of red with pink. But honestly, I think I really like it this way. So I'm not going to fully finish him right away. I want to get a few of them done. And my initial thought is to do a frame and do the magnets on the back of this piece. Finish this off on some sticky board. And do a fabric background that will work with all of the chickens, and there's 12 of them, and then to swap them out monthly. I've also contemplated putting them in a quilt, but again, I'm not sure, you know, with the cats, I don't want them to snag it. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish him yet, but he is finally stitched. And then I took the time and last night, and I put the floss for the next one on floss drops rather than pulling them out and using them. How I was doing it wasn't working for me. So I spent maybe a good hour last night doing that. And then I did mess up on him, and I had to start him over. I didn't center him on the first go around, and I frogged that piece of fabric. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, that fabric, that square, but I have it frogged in case I want to use it for something. So anyways, and I'm going to put this pattern in to be for a giveaway in the future. So I feel good about that. Next I did, well, let's do it this way. Spring stitching seasons with the Housewives. I finished it. And just in time, because this week they dropped summer in the mail. So it is on its way to me. I'm kind of hoping it comes today, but it probably will come next week. Anyways, it's a kit, called for linen, fabric, called for flosses. These are the flosses. Real pretty, very soft. And the fabric is 28 count Evenweave thin white pine board by Flair. And the kit also came with finishing fabric. Now, I wasn't sure how I was going to finish this one, and so I was really kind of lackluster on working on it, and I really didn't want to be behind on this. I mean, I should get a 5x7 piece done in 3 months. There should be no problem with that. And then Chantelle with 141 Design Company came out with a finish piece, and so I bought it, and that's what really spurred me on. So it's this board. It's 4, and I'm kind of happy, but I'm a little surprised that she didn't give you 4 of these and 1 of these to swap them out. But she didn't. She gave 4 bases and 4 boards. And so spring is going to go on one of these. I'm going to work on working on painting the board. Hopefully today, we'll see. If not today, tomorrow or next week. And then I'm gonna fully finish and mount it on this. But here is the piece. I think what spurred me on is I started here, and then I worked my way up, and I started working the letters, and when the letters worked up so quickly, I thought, ooh, keep going. And so I did. And I think it turned out really, really cute. So it's done. I'm so excited. Almost as excited as I was for Cornelius. And that pattern eventually will be in a giveaway too. I think my thought with patterns, when I'm done with them, I want to pass them, pay them forward, do them in a giveaway. I don't need to keep all of them. Some of them I am going to keep because I see a future for them, like another stitch or a gift for somebody, and so I will keep some of them, but a lot of them will be in a future giveaway. This last one finish that I did was Hands-on Design, a Year of Celebrations, and I finished May. I made a decision after I started stitching the basket because it looks like a checkerboard cake, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it on the fabric, so I changed it, and I did 2 shades of a darker brown, and I really, really like it. Anyway, so this is May. So it's stitched on 32 count Laguna Desert Opalescent, so it has a little shimmer to it. I'm sorry, you can't, I'm trying to get the glare off of it, and it's not working so great. Other than that, all the called for colors, DMC colors. I just switched out the basket. The other thing is, on this piece, it didn't finish the handle across the top, and when I got it done, it looked funny, and I thought, I'm going to finish it. So I did. I just finished it across, and I think it's fine. Maybe I could have stair-stepped it a little bit more, but I think it's okay. It's good enough. So actually, I probably couldn't have stair-stepped it because that's the top line where the pattern ended, and it would stick above that, and that would look kind of odd, but it's done. So that's up for display. And then that leads me to a new start, because I finished that and I was looking ahead to June. And June is this fun little guy right here. The beach. A sandcastle, a bucket, banners, waves, the whole thing. So cute. So I pulled it out. And I got that much done. So I would say it's almost halfway done. Couldn't put it down. I had to make myself put it down because I wanted to work on something else. But I'm so glad that I started it, and honestly, if I can get this finished in the next week or two ahead of schedule and then start on July looks equally as fun to me. I love patriotic stitches. The rest of them honestly look like a lot of fun. So if I could work ahead, that would be good. I would be happy with that. The August one is super cute. No, I can't wait. Anyways. I hope she does another one of these. I'd like to have a similar thing out here, where I could switch it out monthly. If she does, and I like the patterns, I will probably order that and stitch that next year for out here. Otherwise, I'm thinking I really have liked year 2, a year of celebrations year 2. Those patterns are, these are cute, but in my opinion, the others, the year 2, are super cute. So I might stitch that book instead. I'm using all the called for DMC on this. If I switch something out, I will make a note of it below. Okay. Chicken Club I finished, but I did not start. Eliza's French Birds by Judy Whitman, JBW Designs. A lot of people are stitching this in a sal. My flosses came in last week or the week before, so I thought, okay, let's put a little time in on this. I'm going to be honest. I love her designs, but this pattern, let's see if I can show you a little bit of it. I mean, it's tiny, teensy tiny, and I did what everybody else said that they were doing, and I put it in the copier and I blew it up for working copy that I could use a yellow marker and cross off where I've stitched. I'm still struggling. I just am. I love her things, but I don't know how many of them I'm going to be able to do if they're this size. I appreciate the small chart. I appreciate the design, that I have to like quadruple count before I put too many stitches in, just to make sure I'm going in the right direction. It's hard to see the symbols, even when you blow it up. So maybe 5x7 size would be a good chart size. It'd be just a little bit bigger. The symbols would not be so blurry. But I still am in love with this pattern. I am stitching mine on magnets. 32 count antique ivory linen by Zweigart. And I finished, well, I didn't finish it, but I finished the green, a little bit of the green, and I started in on that bird. I really wanted to get some pink in there. And I do love it. I really, really do. But this one's going to take a little bit longer than I anticipated just because of the chart. Because I stitched it at the end of the night. I find that if I stitch things that are too small during first thing in the morning, I make a lot of mistakes. My eyes are not woken up and used to working for the day. If I stitch these at night, if I have a headache or if my eyes are tired, it's the same thing. So this one's probably going to take a little bit longer than I had originally thought, but it's going to be beautiful when it's done. I'm so happy with my linen choice. So, yeah, put some time in on Eliza. Using all the called for flosses. And I'm stitching this 2 over 2. Sunbonnet Spring by Tiger Lily Designs. It's a free pattern from her website. That didn't print up very well, but she's cute. I am choosing my own colors. I'm going to make this into a needle book with the blue fabric here, and this is how far I got on her this week. So I finished her dress, I added the watering can, and I started on her hat. And I think with this fabric, it's going to be really cute. I like it a lot. So she's almost done. Maybe she will be a finish. Maybe she'll be a finish this week. I don't know, we'll see. These are the colors that I've pulled to choose from. Excuse me. And I don't know, when I'm all done, I will make sure that I tell you what colors I used, I wound up with, and what colors I wound up with, and what I'm just looking, I don't see my cherry wine. I have 2 cherry wines. And what colors I worked with, and I'll list it in the description box as well. Sorry, I got distracted. The phone was going off, and then I lost my train of thought. Okay. And I think that's all the stitching that I got done. So let's go into haul. My week's Dye Works Floss Frenzy came in. I don't think I showed this last week. If I did, I apologize. You're gonna see it again. I got begonia and beige, really pretty. Blue bonnet. Oh. Blue heron. Blaze. And blackboard. I love them. You know, sometimes I think, oh, maybe I should pare back on what I am, kits, you know, the clubs that I belong to, and then the floss shows up and I'm like, not ready to let it go yet. Love it. Teresa Kogut, I am a Patreon member, and I decided for a while to do the tier 4. So every month around the first of the month, she deletes the prior month's free charts and she puts up the current, you know, the charts for that month. So for May, she did a patriotic theme, and I think when I was watching one of her videos, she said she tries to use all the same colors. Maybe not. I don't know. Some of them, yes. Some of them, yes. A couple of them, no. Anyways, some of these were download, and then I purchased 2 from her. She has a secret shop. So Patreon members get a code, and then you can go in and you can purchase from her secret shop, which are things that aren't for sale anywhere else. So Land of Liberty. So this is one I purchased because it's from 2022. So you might have seen this one out already. But I love it. And I can do each motif separately, or I can do it together. So this is this year's, and it's Mr. and Mrs. Old Glory. So you just download them as a PDF. You can keep them on your computer. I like to work from a paper chart. So cute. This is the tier 4 exclusive, and it's Patriotic Tweet. I kind of think I want to start this one first. I think I'm going to try to kit this one up today. Maybe it'll be a new start. We'll see. If I have enough of the flosses, I might swap out. We'll see. The Pledge of Allegiance. It's beautiful. Those flags are really, really pretty. And then God Bless the USA. This is a purchase that I did, and it's an ornament. So it works up small. If you stitch it on 40 count, it works up to be 2 5/8 by 2 1/2. So I have some patriotic charts to stitch on. I had some patriotic charts before, but now I have more. So I would like to get started on a couple of those. Last week I showed you some vintage charts that my mom gave me, and I left one in the house. I don't know how, but I did. This one is kitchen stitching. And what I'm really attracted to on this one are the lemons right here. Really liking the lemon chart. Artichokes, tomatoes, apple pie. The strawberries are super cute. On the back, you've got vegetables, ice cream, cake, bread, fruit, tossed salad. So I think for me, I would be interested in stitching lemons and strawberries. This is by Carol Wilson Mansfield. And this chart was from 1979. The other thing that she gave me that I did not bring out last time is a book, and this book was copyright and reprinted in 1973, and it said it was first published in 1870, and it's Treasures in Needlework by Mrs. Warren and Mrs. Pullen. Just a lot of different things in here with patterns and instructions. I am not sure if I'm going to keep this or not. I will thumb through it. I'll keep it for a while, but I don't know about long term. All different kinds of needlework. So, I don't think I showed this one yet. So just something fun, fun to see. Fun to look at, just treasures that people have had in their home for a long time, and they've come across it again, and it's fun to pull it out, pass it along. So it may stay with me, it may get passed along. Next, tumble. We have been deciding, we know where we want to go on vacation this summer. We are deciding the mode of transportation. I enjoy driving. I don't mind driving, although I let my husband drive the most. Sorry, but I do. We've done a few trips. We've driven to South Dakota, Wyoming, Yellowstone, the Tetons, Utah, that kind of a thing. I grew up taking a couple of road trips with my dad and his siblings, and there's, in my opinion, there's nothing quite like getting on the road, and you may not see something for miles and miles and miles, like when you're traveling through Oregon, part of Oregon into Idaho, or part of Utah into Idaho. There might not be a whole lot to see, but it's that experience, and it's you see things that you don't see in your normal everyday life. And you don't see them when you're 35,000 feet in the air in a plane. I can fly. I don't like to fly. I've had some odd experiences on a plane, and it just kind of turned me off, and I don't I just would rather drive. So finally he said to me, let's drive. And I'm like, okay. Now, before he did that, I had already decided everybody is taking these jewelry cases that they're finding on Amazon or Target, and they're turning them into little stitchy cases. And I thought, I will do that. I will take it on the plane with me. It'll be fine, and I can have all of my things in a little stitchy case, and all will be well right with the world. And then I thought I could have one at my chair, next to my chair. Might be a little bit better than the system that I have right now. We'll have to see. And then I thought it might be nice to make one and use it as a giveaway in the future. So I was at Home Goods not too long ago, and I saw the jewelry cases, and so I went back and I picked up 3. The first 2 were $13, and it looks like this. And you open it up. I like this one because it's got the little elastic pouch, and then you've got two compartments. 2 compartments here. And then you've got, you know, your ring storage and your thing. Now, these come out pretty easily already. So, and I think it was designed that way so that you could get your earrings on and off. But I've already got an idea of what I want to do with this. I think I'm going to leave one of these with the lid on it. And then I'm going to take this stuff out and put something else in here, or just leave it a blank whatever. And then I'll take out the other one of these and use it for something else. I've got a couple of ideas percolating. So I bought it in the silver, and then I bought it in this really pretty pink, pale peachy pink. Very, very thin. So my thought was, once I've done it once or maybe twice, I have another one I'm going to show you in a second. Maybe I would do a video on how to do it. We will see. Stay tuned. Then I found one that's a little taller. Let's see, you've got 2 different sizes. This is the one I thought would be really nice by my cabinet. It was a little bit more expensive. It was $25 at Home Goods. But this has a nice soft lid, and it came with a little mini case that honestly I might just take with me on my trip. I might not do anything with it, but these are deeper. I mean, it's much deeper, and I've already played around with it a little bit, and scissors will fit in there. The smaller scissors, I might pull this out, and just something that's a little simpler, a little taller, for my next to my chair. So I'm gonna have to play with this just a little bit and see what I can work out. Anyway, so stay tuned as I start working on these. I will keep you posted. I'll post pictures, all of the things. Yeah, and I think that's close to it for me. I don't think I have anything else. I will say we are on Bluebird Watch. We believe we have nesting bluebirds. We've seen the mama in the birdhouse, but I don't know if she's laying her eggs or if there's a problem, because usually when, at least what I've noticed, is when mama is in there and she's laying her eggs, the dad is not too far. He's like guarding. He's not too far away. He's keeping an eye on the birdhouse, making sure that she's safe and that nothing goes in and bothers her. And I've seen that this past week, well, the end of last week. And my husband has seen her. But at some point, they stop laying eggs. They lay about 5 or 6 eggs. And then you start noticing a lot more activity because she's sitting on the eggs and he brings her food. So it's in and out all day long for the birdhouse. And that's what I have not seen. It is okay for a human to go and check on the box. It's we've got one that opens from the front, so I can open it up and I can look. Usually the way that they have the nests in there, I'm not concerned about them. You know, if there are babies, I'm not concerned about them falling out. If they do fall out, I have read where it is not a problem for a human to touch the baby because the birds can't smell. So it's okay to touch the baby and put it back in the nest if it's still alive. And usually you can hear, because you can hear them squawking in there if they're alive and they're hungry. So I'm curious. So I think what I'm going to do tonight is when it gets dark, I'm going to go out there with a little flashlight. I'm going to check. I'm going to see if Mama's in there. If Mama's in there, all is well. If Mama's not, then I'm going to, you know, shine a light into the nest and see if there are eggs in there and kind of see where we're going. But I'm feeling like we might have some, at least we were at one point. So stay tuned. I will put a picture in either the beginning or the end of the bluebird. I think it's the dad. They're a little brighter in one of my trees, and kind of keeping an eye on the birdhouse. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, that is it for me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you like the video, please like the video, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. I would really, really appreciate it. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'd like to do a giveaway, but I want to have a few more people. So if we could get to 1,000, then we could do a giveaway, and I could give away more than just like 1 or 2 items. Anyways, if you're returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Again, like the video, share it, comment. I love to read your guys' comments. Oh, I know, there is one more thing. I always want to talk to you about who I've been watching, and I always forget. So before I sign off for good, let me go ahead and tell you who I've been watching. I have been watching Gammy Stitcher, and I'll link them below. She seems to be just a great gal. She is working on several different things, and it's fun to kind of see what she's up to and what she's working on. The other one is Helen D. D is in door. And she is, her recent video, I think it's her last video, she has some really cool finishes, and I really enjoyed it. I liked the finishes. I liked, they were just, well, for me, being new to finishing in a 3-dimensional way, new to me. So I liked looking at that. And then the other one is the blue flower. Many of you already know who the blue flower is. I have some of her patterns. I know other people have some of her patterns, but I watched her a couple weeks ago, last week, week before, and she has a new release coming in May. And there was one particular chart in there, and I've already started waiting for somebody to get it in stock. She doesn't sell privately on her own website or her own Etsy page, I believe. I think she wants to sell through the stores. So I'm waiting for it to come out, but it's like all about camping. So it's got like a lodge and trees and bears. It's just really, really cute. So I'm patiently waiting for that one to be released and to make its way into the shops, and then I'm going to order it and I will stitch it, because we've always loved camping, and we've always kind of reminds me of national parks. We love national parks. We want to go to all the national parks at some point. So I felt like I had to stitch it. So anyways, if you get a second, go check those people out. They're great. Now I'm going to go. Thanks so much. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Happy stitching.